Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. Round of applause, we made it, we did it. It's autumn. It is autumn. You know what that means? Seasonal depression. Now, if you're in the same boat as me, hey, no worries. Seasonal depression, it comes, it goes, it's great, it's the time of our lives, but you know what is even better than seasonal depression? Say it with me now, say it with me. I'll scream it from the rafters even. Obscure Japanese television. Now don't worry if that's not what you guessed. There's a couple of other equally equivalent answers. Soup, warm blankets, fireplaces, and feetfinder.com. All of those fill me full of that autumnal spirit. The show that we're talking about today actually is one of my personal favorite shows of all time, and I've tried to make this video in the past before I lost all of my files. Now, Kamen Rider is nearly 50 years old. Actually, I think it's a little bit older than 50 years old at this point, and it's immaculate. Name one other superhero that is insect themed. I'll wait. Yeah, that's right, you can't. That's right, you can't come up with one of them. He's the only one. Name another superhero that even uses a motorcycle. Can't even think of one. On God. Kamen Rider is extraordinarily fun to my heart because it's sick as fuck. How can you not like this guy? Just look at him. Sex appeal all rolled into one, just immaculate. So I thought it'd be very fun to inaugurate all of you into the lovely world of Kamen Rider. Let's go. The very first episode starts off as any a Japanese television TV show would, with an epic fucking motorcycle trick. Now I hope that you're into quick content, because these jump cuts don't go away. This is 80% of the show. I have a confession to make. I actually haven't been watching Kamen Rider this whole time. I was shooting from the hip, going off of what I remember from the last time I tried to film this video, and now I've gotten to the point where, oh my god, all my notes don't even make sense to me anymore. So, please excuse me while I get caught up on the lore. I'm just gonna say it, right off the bat. Both of our main characters have some pretty kissable lips. That was an Andy King reference, because he always talks about kissing boys. I see you. I can't do that. So in the first few minutes, we're introduced to Hongo and Mr. Tachibana, respectfully. And apparently, Hongo is being hunted by the man spider, who just, it happens to summon people out of fucking nowhere. I don't know what that's about. I think that all the motorcycle close-ups are also extraordinarily engaging, because you can tell that he's not actually riding or doing anything. He just is looking into the camera all sultry-like, pretending to acknowledge the riders there. It's just like, it's like, hey, get really close to the camera and just... Did that look cool, guys? Can I become the next Kamen Rider? How did he do that? How? It's important to note that at this point, he hasn't been turned into a cyborg, or had his superpowers. So he fucking clenched and did that. Hongo, rightfully confused, decides to follow them to see what they wanted to do with him. And he gets cummed on. He just gets cummed on a little bit, and then this happens. Wooga! Not gonna lie, my neurons are activated. This is worse than the Scooby-Doo Hex Girls. This will have lasting consequences. Finally, we've made it to the Nazi secret base. Thank heavens. If it wasn't clear, that's where we're at now. A Nazi secret underground base. What are they gonna do to our boy? Again with the close-ups. Am I cool? Is this cool? Alright, unironically, when they explain what the hell's going on, it's pretty damn dope. 本郷武の耳にしたショッカー。それは世界のあらゆるところに網が張られる悪の組織なのだ。本郷武はなぜか日本の人里離れたその秘密基地に運び込まれた。ショッカーの狙いは世界各国の人間を改造し。 Isn't that sick? I'm pretty sure at some point in my life, when I was at like a play place with all those little stringy rope contraptions, that absolute torture device that we called fun back in the day, I'm pretty sure I recreated this scene. I was just in there just... Okay, so this part is pretty long, so I'm just gonna summarize it so we can just get back to the funnies. We find our boy strapped down middle of a table, all that normal stuff. They explain kind of what's going on. They've altered him into a cyborg that's now powered by wind and grasshoppers for some odd reason to make him a motorcycle riding superhero, and this plays into it because the only time he can transform into his true form is when he starts going really, really fast. So you have to have the motorcycle aspect in order to have him transform. There goes my phone. Don't worry, this is a very convoluted series, and it's gonna get only more convoluted. So how does he escape, you ask? Well, they pump him full they start pumping him full of wind energy. So after he starts consuming all this wind energy, he becomes super strong, breaks the chains, and is able to essentially get out. But where are all the guards? Well, during the time of him getting that wind energy and breaking out, one of the electric things gets blown up because a person that went missing a little while ago, this Japanese professor, just so happened to escape and blow up one of the things and then appear in the same area to come and take our boy out, and that's and then this happens. Can we get a playback? Can we get a playback on that? Fortunately, there's a motorcycle there, so of course the motorcycle superhero is gonna cycle on out of there. Thank God nothing can stand in their way except for a crudely constructed spider web from the 1960s. It's a little dark, don't you think? He's the one that escaped. You kidnapped him? Now you're gonna kill his daughter? Oh, thank God. This mysterious person has just arrived. Whoever could it be? I'll give you a hint. It was Hongo, who we thought just died. Do you remember? Do you remember? Hongo-kun! That one? That's the one. But he's back up there now. How'd he get up there? We don't... Shut up! Now we get into the star of the series, the fighting. Just keep in mind, when he escaped, he had the power, the strength to just like rip those chains apart in order to get out of his confines. So every single punch he throws in this, every kick he does, every throw, the person dies. Canonically speaking, he is killing them. Don't believe me, watch how many actively get up after they get punched. I should have kept watching, none of them died. Maybe I'm thinking of a different show. Oh, great heavens, no, I know what I'm thinking about. It was the 2024 remaster, Kamen Rider, the movie, which features this entire scene and the final fight scene of this episode in bloody graphic detail. Just take a little peek. Yeah, that's the Kamen Rider I like. That's the Kamen Rider I like. That's the Kamen Rider I like. We need to bring back these mid-roll credits or these mid-roll like images. They are so cool. Hand-drawn, hand-painted, whatever you want to say. The lettering is immaculate. The posing is immaculate. The driving is just chef's kiss. I want these up on a wall in my apartment right goddamn now, and I will not live another second if that does not come. That was probably my worst joke. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more quality content. Great. So now we have the setup. We're halfway through the episode. Bear with me. We see the professor's daughter walking back to some place when all of a sudden they get this strange sensation that they're being followed. Because guess what? They're being followed. They're being absolutely creeped on. And thank God their boss, who just so happens to be watching them, comes on by. So he's not the creep, he's the savior, but he's also kind of a creep, right? Especially with those like little sunglasses on and stuff. Come to find out, they also work for him, so it's like also this weird... There goes my phone again. It's also this weird power dynamic type of dealio. I don't know. It's a little uncomfy. It's a little uneasy. Is it just me in this? Have you heard of this? Do you know about this?
お父さんが見つかったらしいよ。
え、お父様が？
ここが居場所だ。
Thank God Mr. Tachibana has the common sense to just give his car to a stranger that he just barely met, I think. It could be one of the employees. What am I doing? I shouldn't assume. I'm assuming all the time. Good Lord. Anywho. God damn it. I lost my train of thought. So he leaves the car to be driven home by other people. How's he gonna get home? That's another thing that I don't understand. He just leaves the car and is like, hey, people who are my employees that are supposed to be working today, who are on the way to my shop to work, take the day off. Take my car, drive away. Thank God, because he actually had the insight to know that there was an ambush about being set up for them to take the professor's daughter. Man, I cannot articulate my words. I need to slow down. But this Monster energy drink is fueling me. It's getting me. I'm not gonna say it, dude. Leave the fighting up to Hongo. If Mr. Tachibana is in an alley with you, you are going to get stabbed. Mr. Tachibana cannot fight worth shit. I think I could take him in a fight.
この娘じゃない。車で行った方だ。
お父さんはやっぱりしてたんだわ。
Oh no. Oh no, she missed the tracking device that's on the back of her car. Oh no, she missed it. Hey, have you ever tried opening your eyes? You ever tried just opening them for like a second? That thing's massive. So the professor's daughter shows up to the warehouse, sees that Hongo and her father are talking, and she's a little bit suspicious. She doesn't know who Hongo is, and then all of a sudden cum starts to leak from the roof. Oh no! The cum! No. No. I can't believe it. First major death in the series, and it's by cum. He got cummed on and choked on cum. I hope that no more cum occurs in the next 20 seconds. Oh no, he turned into cum! I'm stupid. I'm such a... You know what I said earlier about the skeleton joke being my worst joke? Nah. This was my worst joke. So actually one of my favorite things about the show itself is even though it's a kid's show, they can't show death, so they find really fun ways of circumnavigating that. One of them is, in this first episode, they use hand soap. They just put some hand soap on a surface and speed up the footage as all the bubbles dissipate, and that's the way that they show somebody died. In a weird, strange way, it's almost more brutal than just showing death. Because all you'd have to do is show somebody laying on the ground, and it's implied that they're dead. You don't have to do anything about that. In this case, they show somebody lying on the ground, and then they go to the extra steps of showing that body disintegrating, disappearing into nothingness. That's terrifying. That is genuinely worse off. In other future episodes, they replace that with making humanoid shapes out of beads, and then ripping the beads away. Like, you're watching somebody slowly go away. There's another one where they just melt like a chocolate human. I don't want to see that. I do want to see that. I don't think most people do. So the professor's daughter, seeing this, assumes it's Hongo that did it. It was Hongo that produced that cum. It was not him. It was not. We saw it, and he's a cyborg now, so I don't even know if that's possible. So she blames him for strangulation of some sort. I guess so. She was there. She saw the whole thing. I don't know how this could be misconstrued in any way, shape, or form, but alas it is, and then drama gets, bled into the entire situation. This brings us to the lack of trust between the two, and subsequently her getting captured by the giant Spider-Man. Who could have seen that coming? Come. As Hongo is tracking her down, we get to see the epic Kamen Rider transformation. He's going fast enough that his body, that is a cyborg body, gets turned into the Kamen Rider. Hell yeah, let's go, boys. My only question is his motorcycle also a cyborg? Who gave him the special motorcycle? I thought it was just a normal motorcycle, but no, apparently it also transforms. Not complaining, just a little confused. So we arrive at what I could only assume to be a dam or a water treatment facility, something of that nature, big concrete thing, sheer walls, the whole 9 yards, and we get our final fight. Hongo is finally gonna fight the Spider-Man. It's just the two of them. Where the fuck did they come from?
出たな。今度こそ息の根を止めてやる。
Get him! Honestly, it's just a lot of fun choreography from this point forward. Yeah, so all this is sick, right? Like, I love this fighting, but it does miss an element or two. Hold on now, am I just misremembering? I think I'm just misremembering again. Let's watch the 2024 version. Yeah, that's what was missing. Senseless violence. That's what was missing. So after he defeats all the lackeys, he follows the Spider-Man up the side of this giant sheer cliff. Of course, the Spider-Man can do that pretty easily because he's a spider and he can shoot darts apparently that do that. I don't know. When a grasshopper needs to get somewhere and he can't climb the wall, you know what he does? He jumps. Once again, anytime somebody dies in this universe, they turn to cum. That's canonical. Mr. Tachibana, of course, shows up, and we see Hongo carrying out the girl that is stiff as a board. Goddamn. Goddamn, that spine is stiff. Why did you just leave him? I guess he has a motorcycle to get back, but he just looks sad. Give him a hug. He just killed like 30 people. Me when I kill 30 people. And that brings us to the end. So what are my thoughts? It doesn't matter. It's a good ass show. Sit down and watch the 2024 movie. It's on Amazon Prime. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's called Shin Masked Rider because apparently people don't like the word common. Sorry, too much cum. Anywho, if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. I'm new to this entire thing and I'd like to know what to do in the future. I don't know. I like making videos. I'm using this as a way to procrastinate on 3 midterms. So please don't let it be in vain. It probably was. Oh no! The cum! Anywho, that being said, I've been Jace Robinson. I was born that way. I guess I've been that way my whole life. Okay, bye.